guys. Welcome to the last Friday of the month. It's like the last day of the month, too, isn't it?
Yes, last Friday, last day.
Yeah, it's the 31st. I think that's as far as all the months go.
It's the end of the world.
That's as much as you get out of any month. We've squeezed the whole thing. We've got every drop of this limit. All right. How many metaphors can I use today?
I don't... The end.
The end, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah.
That was it.
See you guys next week.
Alrighty, well, I've got the dynamic duo here of Tulofs.
Oh.
Clip it. To the back. They're gonna do some trading cards, like we do. Denny, this is fun. It's like a vomiting vase.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. It's a branch that
That's
broke
a
off
nice
of a tree.
vomiting branch. That's a lovely terminology, Liz.
It's beautiful.
A barfing branch.
Or it's an exploding vase. Where what did you call
It's
it?
supposed to be a branch that broke off of a tree that got some stuff growing out of it.
Okay, well that works.
Does it really?
I think so. Yeah, it's got a lot of stuff going out of it.
Yeah, we shall see.
Well, I like it. It's different. It's Tony, you want to go to the overhead? I don't know what it looks like at this point.
I just went to the overhead.
Oh, did you?
Didn't do anything.
It's on. Oh, look. But it needs to... You guys are going to have to give me a brief moment. Last month I did pretty good. All right, Daniel, it looks like we're mostly going to look at you, which is all right. All righty.
Okay.
So that's what Denny's going to do today. I like that. That's pretty cool. We had one nice lady at the Sheridan show that brought us a trading card to trade, and my dummy self forgot to pack any. So, but in my defense, there were 5 of us that came from this building, and none of us packed any. So, I will take one for the team on
I
this
think
one.
Dan was making trading cards all weekend.
He did. He brought a little thing to stamp some out, but I got her sent out I think it was Julie Reeves. I got her sent out a trading card this week. So she will have one of yours headed in the mail. Kevin?
This is my brand new swivel knife.
I assume you guys had a... that's pretty... I think, Denny, we should do what you said you was going to do at Sheridan. We should have a twirl off.
Okay, let's twirl it
Well,
off.
wait a minute. So let's go 1, 2,
Wait a
3.
second.
You want to twirl it like in here?
Huh?
You want
to
to like
get on camera.
There we go. All right, so Denny got an old smoothie.
And I have an old.
Old.
Oh,
there we go. We'll go from the top.
It's not a smoothie. It's just a swivel knife. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, twirl, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, twirl. I didn't hit mine very good. I think you got the better twirler. Let's do it again.
Okay, we're going to have a twirl off now.
2 out of 3.
Okay.
2 out of 3.
2, 3, twirl. Oh, yeah, yours is still better. Boy, mine's older.
Great. Yours is older, yeah, it has an excuse.
What was it, Chuck Smith?
Chuck Smith.
Chuck Smith. Denny got an old smoothie from Chuck Smith this past, 2 weeks ago now. It took you a whole week to get back, so.
What are you trying to say?
You tootle more than I do. I think that's Mary June's fault, though.
It is.
We'll
Totally.
blame it on Mary June. But while we were in Sheridan, we had a couple evenings of peaceful relaxation at our beautiful little Airbnb house. And, it's kind of nice to stay in an Airbnb with a group of people instead of hotel rooms. You got the living room to hang out in.
Uh-huh.
The rooms were a little bit funky, but that's all right. The boys got to sleep on bunk beds, which I thought was funny.
They didn't think it was so fun.
I think they thought it was fine.
Yeah, they slept all right, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. But it gave us the opportunity to have some community time in the evenings after we got back from the show. And Mary June brought her origami paper. And while we were there, Dan and I decided that we would learn a little bit of origami from the ever-talented Mary June.
Seasoning or something.
Oregano?
Oh, okay.
That's oreganonomy.
Oreganonomy.
Kevin, I thought you were a chef.
We should stop this. Humor is beginning to deteriorate too early.
Yeah, it's still kind of first thing in the morning. Kevin's already mowed his lawn though today.
I did. I had to because it's gonna rain.
But I'm glad you got that done before, because there was this one time that I had a video and I asked you to be here and you were mowing your yard and you weren't here.
I got here on time.
You were like 15 minutes late.
That was close.
Well, Denny, for those of them that didn't join us at the show, what were some of the highlights for you for Wednesday when we talked about Sheridan? What were some Sheridan highlights for you?
Oh, definitely the, what do they call it? The show,
The World
yeah,
Leather debut?
Yeah, the leather debut. That was definitely a highlight. And I got to spend a little time with some people that I'd never met before. And now I think I have a pretty good rapport with him.
I think so.
Don Gonzalez. And I implored upon him that he needed to come and be with us here at Springfield Leather Company. And hopefully he's going to.
You just got to get away from that saddle shop for long enough.
Yeah, he keeps pretty busy. And he mentioned something about a podcast, whatever that is.
It's one of those things that, peas come in.
That's what I was thinking. I thought, what kind of a deal is that?
Where we keep our pods. They're casted.
They're cast.
Hey, Kevin, you want to hold your mallet somewhere else while you do that?
Hold my mallet somewhere else?
Yeah, I can't see your piece of leather. There you go. See, just right there. That's perfect.
It's getting increasingly difficult to make you happy over the years.
Well, I'm learning from the best.
Chris?
No.
Oh.
Sir.
Oh.
He sits 2 people down from me at this table.
Hmm.
He's just a hopscotch away.
Hopscotch.
Well, I don't know what to say.
He knows it's true, guys.
Let's see, what kind of weird stamps do we have?
Omar says, Denny has the good one. I don't even feel like it was, what did that knife cost? It was like $130 for the knife and another $30 for the blade or whatever? Or was it $130 altogether?
It seemed like it was $160 altogether.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah, which that's not so bad.
I mean, it wasn't free, but
It wasn't free.
Free would have been nice.
You're not that famous yet. People aren't sending you those kind of tools.
Yeah.
You should have said, hey, if it's free, I'll say your name a whole bunch.
Well, we're doing it anyways.
Yeah. He makes a really good knife, that's for sure.
I agree,
that's something
Larry.
you can talk about for what it's worth, Denny, because there's, I remember back in the day, which wasn't all that long ago, really, it seemed like everybody was fixated on having the right swivel knife. Do you remember those times? Mm-hmm. And, everybody had somebody's knife, and it was really cool, and it was one of the best, and it was so groovy, and the blade was just spectacular, and all this and the other thing.
I finally caught up.
Yeah. I never did. I just got an old knife that twirls pretty good. Second best in the world.
Second best in the world.
And it's got an old blade that's been around forever and ever and ever. I probably had that blade 50 years or close to it. And you know what? It cuts.
Served you well. Yeah, well, my old knife cut too. And I swore by it. But I'd always wanted one of these, so by golly, I have one.
Well, that's kind of how it happens, is a lot of the beginners felt they had to have that super expensive knife, and really you just don't.
You don't.
You just need to have a sharp blade and any old knife that you can. Yeah, that's the whole key. And otherwise, when you get older and you got your refrigerator paid for and some other stuff, you can buy one of them fancy knives and be happy about it.
Yeah, it's that way with almost all the tools that come on the market. There's a lot of fads,
Yep.
And people think they have to have the latest and everything. And there are a lot of people who collect tools too. And I guess there's nothing wrong with that.
Denny, you know? I think you might be one of those people.
I am.
I mean, I collect rocks. Hey?
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, I always tell everybody, there's 300 stamping tools on my bench, but I just want more. But,
You know what I found here, let's see, Monday. That's the day we had off, right?
That is correct.
yes.
I decided, somewhat stupidly, that I was going to clean my garage.
Oh.
Did you find some rocks?
No kidding. Well, I found everything. But one of the things I found was this toolbox. It was about yay long and yay deep and yay high. It had a nice little lid thing on it, all kinds of drawers. That thing was just filled with old leather tools.
Really?
Yeah. Mostly wooden handled tools that are, and I got them out and looked at them. No rust, no nothing. They're just old tools. And I got to thinking about that. I said, why did I have that in here? Why is it covered up? Well, Becky covered it up because she buys so much junk and puts it in the garage that we have to.
Oh, we're going to blame Becky, are we?
Yes, we are. And that's what I do when I. So anyway, I opened that thing up. I was just shocked to find all those really neat things in there, and I'm gonna have to bring that in. Maybe.
Yeah, I would love to.
It's not anything worth really thinking about much.
You never know.
That's true. It's mostly old stuff that. I think I bought it when I was running the Fargo, North Dakota Tandy store.
Oh my goodness, that was a long time ago.
I think somebody came into the store and said, I've got all these tools and I don't know what to do with them anymore, and my husband doesn't use them, and we just, what do you give us for them? And I think I gave him something, but I don't remember what.
Probably a $10 bill.
Probably a hard time.
Yeah, I was going to say trouble.
Well, everybody, Ron Mortiz is saying hi. He took a tiny break from engraving to pop in and give us a hello.
Hello, Ron.
Kevin, he's the fella that built us that little tooling man out of the horseshoe stuff.
Well, that was very nice.
Yeah.
Talented man.
Yes.
Thank you.
He sent all of us a little present. It was very
And
sweet.
thank you for saying hello.
Omar, I'm doing origami. I'm making birds. Oh, this one is not the flapper. I did a couple leather ones.
Oh, yeah.
This one is the flapper.
Very nice. Yeah, it can take off.
The best birds are made by bird brains.
That's right. Thank you very much. I will take that. I watched yesterday. I was taking Luna out back for a little break for a minute, and there was a hawk that had just taken off. And I watched him as he circled up and up and up and climbed and climbed and climbed, and all that cool wind that was happening yesterday. And pretty soon he was soaring up to where he was just a tiny little speck in the sky. I'm a bird watcher. I enjoy watching my ducks. I got little baby ducks right now in the little stream that runs down Sunset. So I get to try to take a peek at them.
I forgot to tell you. I forget where we were. I think it was in Sheridan, actually.
Okay.
But we were stopped at a light, and across the street in front of us with 1,000 cars behind me, 1,000 cars facing me.
It's Sheridan. There's no 1,000 cars.
Well, there were 27 then. But there were cars behind me and cars facing me, and cars wanting to come both directions from the side. And Mama Duck comes prancing across the road with 26 little ones right behind her.
Oh, goodness.
But everyone just stayed still till they all got across.
I love it. Denny then also showed up. I think he had taken Mary June back to the house on Friday afternoon to rest. And he came back, and there was a little pod of deer.
Oh, yes.
Out in the field, right in front of the college.
Yeah, it was on the lawn.
Liz, it's a herd of deer,
not
a herd. Pod.
Well, maybe they want to be...
It's a pod of whales or dolphins.
And it's a murder of crows.
That's right.
That is one of my favorite things to look up, what a bunch of critters are called.
Mine, too. You know what a whole bunch of pelicans is called?
No.
A whole bunch of pelicans.
A squadron. A squadron. For real.
I believe you.
Did you see that guy on YouTube who's the pelican adopted him, or maybe he raised him? But that was pretty neat because he was down on his boat, and this pelican, just full-grown pelican, insists on being with him every minute. Flies up, lands on his chest, and lays his head over his shoulder.
That's a big bird.
Kidding.
Just lays there, and he does it again and again. The guy laughs. He didn't even feed him. Didn't even feed him at all. And this pelican just wants to be with his buddy.
He just fell in love.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that, but he was pretty happy.
I've been telling Chris that one day, when I don't have $1 million dogs to scare them off, and probably when the cat passes, I don't know, I'm going to try to adopt a crow. I will start, because we have quite a few birds in our neighborhood, and I'll start putting out some food for the crows to see if I can adopt one and see if he'll bring me
That would be
treats.
nice. I'd like that.
I think it would be pretty cool.
When we were at the Petrified Forest.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that at? I forget.
Arizona.
Yes. But anyway, we were at this campsite, and there were all these crows hanging around. And Mary June got her feet wet one day, so she had her socks out on this rock to dry overnight.
Okay.
The next morning, there was one sock and a lowly crow. It was a raven, actually.
Yeah.
Because they were big. But this raven had stolen a sock from her. But she graciously said, okay, if you need that sock that bad, you can have it.
Crows, ravens, they're pretty darn smart.
They're really smart. I think they're just fascinating little creatures. Well, Kevin, how's it going?
Pretty sure it's crows that have like a mortal, like, rivalry with owls.
Oh, yeah.
I
They do.
believe that's what it is.
I watched, as we were driving to work on Monday, actually, we were coming down Sunset, and there was a whole flock of birds. There was like 5 or 6, I mean, it wasn't like a ridiculous flock of birds, but there was like 5 or 6 small birds attacking a hawk. Just one after the other. They were just bombing that hawk as it was, and I was like, do you have its baby? Like, what did you do?
A lot of times those are martins that do that. Purple martins. And the crows, they will just do their best to heckle an owl to death during the day.
Yeah.
Because at night, the owls have the advantage and they prey on crows.
I watched like an hour-long video on how crows and owls don't get along. Like,
Yeah.
no matter where in the world it's at.
That's fun, Kevin.
It is kind of fun, huh?
Uh-huh.
You're just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. That's neat.
I've run out
Very
of leather.
nice.
You know, this kind of stuff is not as easy as what people think.
Keep everything consistent and moving and find the next tool that goes with the last tool.
Yeah.
I like it. I think those geometric kind of Mandela things are fun. Denise says she's always wanted a crow tool.
What is a crow tool?
I assume she means she wants a stamp that looks like a crow.
Oh, okay.
Larry says the geese and their gooselings are stopping traffic all over his town.
The geese and their gooselings.
Look at it.
Beautiful.
Bird.
Beautiful. Very nice.
Oh my, that's looks like something
That
right
is
out of
cool.
Avatar.
Yeah. Oh, it does. It sure does. This could be one of those thingies.
Fire dragons or whatever they call them.
Yeah.
Was it a banshee? I don't know. Maybe that's what the...
That's what it was because it was also referenced in Halo. Because I remember that.
All right. I got a bigger piece, so I'm going to make a bigger one.
Can I slide to your right a little bit there, Kevin?
Pardon?
Yeah, slide to your right. Thank you.
Well, I actually think what Denny's doing is probably more interesting.
That's okay. We're watching both of you guys.
More relevant.
More relevant. Maybe some people aren't very good at carving yet, but they want to make a trading card, or they just want to try some stamping. I think geometric stamping is fun.
A lot of times I'll do something, a two-sided project, whatever it is, and one side I'll stamp, or I'll carve real nice.
Yeah.
And then I'll say, man, I don't want to carve that whole thing and something else on the other side. So I'll say, yeah, I'm going to do something geometric. And I'll start doing it, and it takes me as long as carving something if you really do.
It does, and especially if you try to be careful.
Yeah.
I try to be careful.
Well, you're doing pretty darn well
Sometimes.
I think that looks good. You can do some of your fancy swivel cuts around the edges.
Oh, what a great idea.
Thanks.
Let's see. Maybe I'll just, I don't even know if I have room. I've kind of used up my space in this itty bitty card.
You're spaced out.
Well, it could be. Can I get away with Omar? I'll go over the edge if I do.
Oh, that's an exclamation mark. Sorry, Denise. She wants a crow, too. She just wants a crow. She wants a bird like me. Not a tool. Sorry, the words are small, and I have vision correction, and your exclamation mark just looked like an L from 3 feet away, 4 feet away, 4 feet away. That's how wide the table is.
Well, I think we're just going to push the old border right out to the edge.
Just push it on out there.
I did.
Okay.
It's pushed.
Denny, it would be kind of fun if you did, I'm not saying that we should do this because it might actually be weird, but to do like a half and half saddle where half of it was Western carved and then the other half was like basket weave stamped right down the middle. I doubt that's ever been done before. And
it probably hasn't. But this saddle that we're getting ready to build, I'm thinking it's going to be a partial floral and then geometric and floral combined.
Nice. So, that'll be fun.
Unicorn basketball.
What's that?
Oh, we have a first time chat on Twitch. So that means somebody that maybe is usually a lurker, not a commenter, but maybe they just found us. And they said that your work looks really awesome. And I agree with you about the crows and the ravens. I have found, oh, look, everybody wave to these people again. They're here from Iowa. There's a channel that I found where it's called the Mouth Bird, and it's a European starling. And that thing, half the time that it's tweeting, they just post videos of it singing. It sounds like R2-D2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. It cracks me. Oh, I sent some videos about that bird to Mary June. That was the bird that I sent to Mary June.
Okay.
They pull their sounds from their surroundings, so apparently those people like Star Wars. Hello, Tasman. Yeah, birds are incredible.
We have several bird feeders in our backyard that I try to keep stock. Bird feed. But once they realize that you have a bird feeder there, they would clean you out pretty regularly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have mostly sparrows and cardinals and wrens and finches.
Mm-hmm.
We got a couple of doves that hang around pretty good and a multitude of hummingbirds.
Nice.
We have hummingbird feeders out, but I haven't seen a hummingbird.
Well, it's too early. They're around.
Is it too early?
Yeah.
Good.
They'll come around in force here pretty quick.
'Cause I was hoping that we didn't. I was thinking that they just didn't care for us.
No, they just think they're doing something with their nests right now, or they're hatching or something.
They're busy elsewhere.
Yeah. They got stuff going on.
The other day I was at my dad's. He's in a nursing home. And we were sitting outside, and suddenly they have a little, courtyard in the middle of the nursing home.
Yeah.
And suddenly this little turtle just shot up out of one side and just tootled his way to the middle. And he was a good sized turtle. And I was like, does anybody know there's a turtle in here? Are they keeping it watered? Is this a pet turtle? I was a little bit confused because it's not like he can get out.
If it was a big turtle, it knew what it was doing.
Yeah.
Because they get pretty old.
He's just living his life.
Yeah.
In the courtyard of the nursing home. We watched him tootle across the lawn. All right, well, I feel like the finish that I put on this leather doesn't really love being this wet because it kind of looks like skin is peeling off, like you got a sunburn. Hey, Wayne. Unicorn, these are trading cards, so we're not really making them for anything specific, but it's kind of a little trend in the leather world to make a fun little card showcasing either your skills or learning new things or, I don't know, whatever these two fellas are doing. And
we try something different every time.
Fun is our middle name.
That's right. We're so fun.
Fun is us.
And so they're making some cards, and our customers will send in theirs to trade with us. And so
we expect one from you soon.
Exactly. So if you're a leather crafter and you'd like to trade and get one of these fellas' cards, you can send in one of your own, and we'll send you one of these. That's right. And hope for the best.
And there are no rules.
Exactly.
Make whatever size you want.
Well, that's the only rule there is.
Yeah.
There are no rules.
Yeah, do it whatever you want.
I like that. That's a good way to go. Kevin's looks like a peony.
Hey, I never thought about that. We could call it the peony.
That's beautiful, Kevin.
Well, it's different, that's for sure.
And look at that. It's only 11:30. So once again, you have time for one more.
Oh, my. Okay, well, that gives me an idea. I do have time for one more, maybe.
You were bored earlier, so get out some creativity.
Well, I really wasn't bored.
That was just a joke.
I appreciate you being on time, though.
Well, I don't like to get griped at, do you?
Not typically. I don't like to gripe at you, so.
Oh, yes, you do.
Well, you know. Kevin, you forgot something.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Your name.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, Denny.
That was good.
Put a couple of initials on there, sir.
I like it.
You could put them in an open spot instead of hiding them. Kevin's initials are like the master of disguise, I feel like. He's like, how can I float them into an edge carving where they just could be part of the edge?
There. I stuck them right there.
Thanks.
I'll sign it twice. It'll make you happy. I really don't have a happy way of doing it.
Look at my cute little new leaf.
I like him. Yeah. Beep. Oh, this way.
Well, that's really nice.
I like that. That's real cute.
Yep.
It's like he's just opening up.
Yeah.
Man, I watched a time lapse the other day of a Luna moth coming out of its cocoon and opening its wings, and that's got to be one of the craziest things to watch. Those shriveled up little things that are super tiny, and then after a few hours, they're these huge, beautiful wings. It was cool.
Yeah, those are huge moths, aren't they?
Well, Unicorn, you can send us a crocheted one. It's just like the size. You could just crochet a little,
Yeah, credit
a little,
card size.
yeah, a little card size panel.
Yeah.
We'll trade with you.
If you would get some leather lace, you could crochet with leather lace.
Oh, maybe I should try that.
Yes, you should.
I can crochet a little bit. It'll take me a minute to remember again, just like lacing, but I could probably get it done. Kevin, does Becky have any hobbies? She helps people. That's usually her hobby, but
that kind of is her hobby right there.
She helps people.
She is just, and she's really good at it.
Yes, she's very, very caring.
Yeah, I kind of got the better end of that deal.
They'll think about it. Welcome to the show. Hey, Denny, you want to maybe
get somewhere else?
There would be great if you could do that.
Let me scooch up. My arms aren't that long.
Well, Kevin, what do we have going on at the store? What's up here?
What's up here?
Yeah, what's up here?
Liz, I'm up to my ears in leather.
I didn't do that.
I don't know who keeps buying it, but
Kevin keeps sorting it.
Somebody's got to sort it and do all that other happy stuff. So that's what I do.
What kind of cool stuff have you been coming across lately?
Well, I ran across a really nice bunch of small calf skins that I wasn't expecting to find in an odd lot. And that's one thing that I always like to look at, and because I like leather like that, calf skin and kip and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because it's really neat, it just makes such nice wallet insides.
Hello, Luna.
Yeah. Loons. She came over here a minute ago looking for a treat.
Got a new follower.
Nice. Hey, it's Super Glow.
His unicorn follower too.
Hi, Liz. How you doing? You coming to say hi? You're putting up with this tapping pretty good today.
I think that was her point. She said, "Would you please stop this?"
It is always exciting whenever we open up those odd lot batches that we get, because you never know what you're going to find.
Boy, that ain't no kidding.
Like, we found some Halloween.
Yeah, that was a crazy deal. And right now we're going through some leather from a tannery down in Mexico called Panamericana.
Mm-hmm.
And they make everything under the sun. And they're like everybody else, their business is down a little bit, mainly because the shoe business is down a little bit. They have a shoe factory. I think they owned the factory, but that shoe factory was making 70,000 pairs of shoes a day.
That is great.
A day. That's just incredible to think about. Of course, they ship them all over the world. I mean, the world's a pretty big place, but I don't know. That's a lot of
70,000 per day.
Yeah, so they make a lot of mistakes with leather. They get leather from other places too, and it's pretty doggone amazing. Let's see, what possibly might you have that I need over there?
To do what?
Oh, I'm just thinking out loud about stuff, you know. Oh, that just happens to fit. I'm going to use that.
Any hair on calfskins?
Actually, I found some, I don't know if you'd want to call it midnight blue.
Yeah.
Or midnight blue black or black blue. That stuff is gorgeous. And it's cheap. It's just hair on calf. It is so pretty and slick. Ooh, it's just so slick. Wow, it's really slick.
I have been looking at those. Brownbird, maybe next. I'll send you a picture if you're interested. They're a very, very dark blue.
Yeah, and they would make some beautiful stuff. They're not perfect.
You could do some midnight ocean scenes. Are these sneaker shoes or what kind of shoes?
Dress shoes.
Or are they talking about the shoe factory that you were talking about, Kevin?
Oh,
They probably make all kinds of shoes.
yeah, for that amount they make multitudes.
I think most of the ones that they're making are soft sole shoes.
But I think they're down considerably, so that's why we're ending up with a fair bit of leather right now. At least from them.
Blue Rose, we were able to get this leather down to, I think it was 1 ounce. One and a quarter. About 1 and a quarter for these pieces. This one is a split, a Herman Oak split, and so I had him stop right around 2 because I was worried if I took the split all the way down to 1, it wasn't going to do anything. Hey, Kevin, can you scooch? Can you look up at the thing and scooch? There you go. Perfect. Thanks. We'll see. I did my first ones out of Herman Oak, and this is import veg, and so we'll see how it holds when it's dry. I need to pinch his little wings up. Yeah, I mean, we can get really thin when it comes to like small pieces of leather. Large pieces of leather, it's hard for us to split down so thin, obviously. Like, we could probably do like a square foot or a 1x2, pretty decent 2 ounce and a half. But really probably much bigger than that. It's hard for us to like get it so precise. But Kevin bought us new fancy splitters, so they do a pretty good job.
Boy, they're fancy. Woo!
They sure are.
And they ought to be.
For $90,000, they ought to be pretty fancy.
That's my line of thinking right there, I'm telling you.
I agree with you. Good morning, Tessa. Well, you're just coming right along, Denny.
Well, I finally got all those little lines beveled.
That's not you. Is it you?
Yeah,
Oh. I guess Kevin's not reacting.
What am I
Scam
doing?
likely.
Is that for you, Kevin?
Probably. Just go ahead and forward it to me.
We are still doing them. We just did one yesterday. You missed it.
What's that?
Our Thursday sale.
Oh,
We do them mostly every week. when I was out at Sheridan, Tony was also out that weekend at softball. So there was not one that week, but more often than not, we're there. We have a new setup to where when we say embarrassing things, we have a camera on Isaac now, so you can see his face turn red. That's a hoot. That was a fun time yesterday.
Yeah, that's
a thing. I mean, it's fun for us. I don't know if it's fun for him. Oh, William says you are inspiring him, Kevin.
Oh, happy days.
Yeah, he would like you to do a class on putting together different. So how are you choosing your shapes? Talk to us about what your thought process is here.
I really hate to be disappointing because I don't have one. I just, a long time ago when I did leather work for money, I made a lot of belts.
Yeah.
Because belts are easy. And that was back in the days when hippies were pretty common. And we all wanted something stamped with a butterfly or a mushroom or a frog or something on it.
Something groovy.
Yeah, and we just wanted something neat. So finally, I was not the best Western floral carver in the world, and it didn't take me long to realize that whatever I did wasn't all that great. It took forever to do it.
Yeah.
So I kind of started doing some stamping work, and people like it.
Yeah.
So hey, happy days.
Well, there's this one lady. What's her name? I haven't seen her stuff in a while, but I haven't been stalking social media also. And she's somewhere, I think, out west, or they ranch. They've got some sort of a land. But she makes the coolest. She does animals for the most part, and she will do them geometric style. So she will have an animal kind of silhouette, and the whole body of it is geometric stamps.
I think I think the key is really just stopping and thinking.
Yeah.
Mostly, that's pretty much what it is.
Just use a little brain power.
Well, yeah, and it don't take much, obviously.
Kevin.
Well,
Kevin built a whole business that employs several dozen people, but he doesn't like to give himself much credit.
Well, it's mostly the people that have made it work,
Thank you, Kevin.
I was in the right place at the right time.
You really were. I will say that you definitely were. Tandy only
but
closed.
Not just everybody could have made it work, Kevin.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that.
I mean,
but we were in the right place at the right time, and that helped tremendously.
Yes, but you put a lot of energy into this place.
Oh, I wouldn't argue with that.
And you still do.
Well, yeah. I remember a lot of nights till 1 o'clock in the morning, Becky and I filling orders. Ooh, boy. That was a time. I think we did that for a year.
I think everybody appreciates your dedication.
Well, that's nice.
Do you appreciate their appreciation?
Well, I gotta say, we went through some real times, and you got to appreciate the customers, because there was a time, and this was just shortly after it became Springfield Leather. Very shortly after, like within a couple months. So, and also leather orders came to us in envelopes.
That's right.
We weren't getting we got a few faxes, but it was phone calls and letters, envelopes. And I remember one time, and the process, just so that put it into perspective, was to open the envelope, take out the order, staple the check to the order, and then go fill it. And then we could bill it, and then we would ship it. And I did the UPS handwriting in the UPS book for every single order.
Oh my goodness gracious!
And yeah, and there was somebody else that was helping with some of that. Darcy was. But there was a period of time when we did not open mail orders for 2 weeks. We didn't open them because we were so
busy,
backed up. We were, trying our best to hire people and working late every night, and it was a thing. But we got through it. So, but I wouldn't want to do it again. That I can tell you for a fact. And boy, did the computer make things easier. And the fax.
Sure has for me.
Cell phone.
the internet.
Yeah, no kidding.
Staff helps.
Boy. Yeah, having people. Oh my gosh.
Just any people will do.
Yeah.
Andy, it is coming along. Tony has been working on it yesterday and today, and it is coming along. So it's coming. All right. Well, I couldn't keep folding this butterfly like I typically should fold the butterfly because this leather just wasn't going to do it. But I think I've made something that's kind of cool.
That is kind of cool.
No, that's nice.
I think I like it maybe a little bit better than a typical butterfly. So after he dries
That'd
up,
make a great bow tie.
A giant
it
bow
would.
tie is what I was thinking.
I would wear it. It would be a cool necklace. Look, it would look great with this.
Well, you could probably get away with it.
Look at that.
All right.
Finally figured out something to do with all these hydro-dipped panels I've been sitting on.
I need to borrow some water.
Because Kevin stole yours all the way at the end of the table down there.
I'll spray you if it would help.
I think I'm doing all right. Thanks, though. Look at that, Denny.
Yeah.
I like it. So this Liz Boz, this is the first time that they've commented on our stream, and the first thing, or all they heard while they were commenting was "stop thinking." So thank you, Kevin, for giving them that sage advice.
They want to use a Denny burn.
Then you got one for us, preferably a Kevin one.
It'll come to me. But when I'm on the spot,
We usually reserve that for when Denny has a good one for Tony.
Yeah.
you got to be careful about burning the boss. You got to be very careful.
He's pretty forgiving.
I mean, as much as he dishes it out.
Hey, don't ruin my reputation.
I've heard about it before.
Yeah, that's pretty okay.
Well, I figured out a lot of years ago that, sometimes I do kind of dish it out. And
You came to that realization.
I came to that realization, and I said to myself, Self, you better learn to take it.
I appreciate that.
That's the truth, standing.
Tessa said, I must not have gotten my fill of Denny and Kevin lately because I bought Grumpy Old Men the other day.
There's your Denny bird.
That's funny. That's funny right there.
I don't care who you are.
Well, I think I've dawdled long enough on this. See, that'd make a great belt, maybe.
Oh, that would do a good belt.
Pretty.
Well, now you can put, I guess you did put a couple little decorative cuts in it.
Yeah, I suppose you could do
Thanks.
the edges or whatever you wanted to do, but
It's just so cute. And a lot of these tools are ones that people just have in their arsenal that maybe they just hardly ever use, you know? Like you might use, obviously, this little guy for a border tool if you're doing a basket weave or some sort of geometric and you need a camouflage or border. You know, you've got your veiners, your little teeny flowers.
Mule foot.
Yep. A backgrounder. He uses a bar grounder for these. So,
A swivel knife.
trusty swivel knife.
yeah, and you could do a lot with just poking a swivel knife, you know.
Did you put a KH on there?
I don't think so.
Oh, gosh. You people are persistent, I'll say that.
Yes, sir.
If nothing else.
Well, there's one on there now.
I told you, he just hides them in the border.
You'll never find it. Well, maybe you will. Because it ain't very good, that's for sure.
Thanks for that. For giving it your best.
Hmm.
Look at that, you're real good. You complete 2, 30 minutes on the dot.
Well, there is the potential for lunch.
I hear I have to go eat one with you today. Where are we going?
I don't know. Let's pick something crazy and different, like I
Like
don't know.
Culver's?
That's a pretty good idea. We could do that.
We haven't been there since yesterday.
Yeah.
We haven't done Mexican in a minute.
I don't care where we go. I'm thrilled, tickled silly just to be able to keep food down.
That's usually a good sign in life when we're able to keep the food down. There we go. All right, Denny, how's it going?
Okay, I'm done when you're ready.
All right. I think we could be ready.
Okay.
That's pretty darn nice, Denny. Gotta give you credit. That was a ton of tooling to do in an hour. Just a ton.
It's not quite finished yet, but
Well-
I'm close.
I know. I feel like your cards are getting more and more intricate. I think you're.
Sometimes I think I'm going to do something real simple, and that's what happens.
He didn't think about it, and this is what came out. But it is fun. I feel like you're working on the minutia. Remember how you were talking about you don't know how those Japanese do it, so
Yeah.
fine and delicate?
Yeah.
Look, you're working on it.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah.
but It'll be a long time coming.
See, I think I snuck one of your.
Right there's fine. Anywhere is fine. That's
No,
not mine.
That's not yours.
That's not mine.
I think I put all yours back.
Alrighty, guys.
Mine have little red things on them.
That's right. He's painted all his. Well, we appreciate everybody spending the mid-morning with us here, watching these two old men doodle,
Be grumpy.
be grumpy. So we will see everybody. Just one more announcement. On Monday, we will be having a special edition live. It'll be a 2-part live Monday with Chris Andre with Slick Bald Leather. So Slick Bald Customs. He will be here in the studio. We will be talking about holster theory in the morning. That video will start at 10:30, and then we'll go maybe to noon. I gave us a little bit of extra time just if he has That's what he does is holsters, so we might have a little bit more than an hour's worth of content there. And then we'll come back at 2 in the afternoon, and we will talk about the World Leather Debut. He's a 4-time first place winner, and he has been a judge of the debut for several years. So for those of you that have ever been interested in entering, don't know how it works, don't know how to get it done, we hope to help you with that. Give you some information on how to go about that. So please join us Monday, if at all possible, next week. So we will see you then. Have a great weekend, guys.
Bye. Thanks.